Life is amazing, live it up to the greatest. Look at your face, I see you exhausted. Look at your nigga be boring. Look in your eyes, it's making me nauseous. Baby girl, why you so flawless? Say what you want, you know that I'm on it. When she gon' laugh, it's me that you callin'. Show you it's different out how you enjoy it. Yeah. Look at your face, I see you exhausted. Look at your nigga be boring. Look in your eyes, it's making me nauseous. Baby girl, why you so flawless?
Okay, welcome back to another video. So today we are back with another leftist reacts to Tom MacDonald. I haven't done one of these in a while. I've missed it. I'm looking forward to getting back into this. But yeah, as always, I'll probably end up pausing and talking quite a lot during this video. So if you want to see a reaction that's just shorter and someone just taking in the song and not pausing loads, then this probably isn't the one for you. But I will try to come into this with an open mind as usual, but I will obviously be coming at it from a leftist and socialist point of view. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'll disagree with the stuff he says, because I end up actually agreeing with quite a lot of the points Tom MacDonald makes, because he doesn't really fit into the left or right thing. He's more of just a populist who hates everyone. And yeah, if you disagree with anything I say or disagree with anything that Tom MacDonald says, then let me know in the comments. And I usually try and reply to as many people as possible on these videos, and I'm very happy to have a discussion about anything you want in the comment section. So let's get into this. Tom MacDonald, this system. This came out a few weeks ago. I'm a bit late to it. It came out like a month ago. But yeah, let's get into it.
Welcome to the world, baby boy. I'll paint you red and white and blue. The indoctrination starts as soon as you come out the womb. Pretty quick, we'll make you stupid with curriculums at school. And if the classroom doesn't do the trick, we'll make you watch the news. Pick your team, right or left, take the red pill or the blue. You can vote, but even if you win, still everyone will lose. Don't forget to buy designer, because Gucci makes you cool. We prioritize material belongings over truth. Get a job that you get.
There we go, that's what I mean. I said sometimes I agree with him. Every point he's just made in that first little verse, I agree with. Very much like a... I mean, he's making, like, socialist talking point of view, really, so it's, like, the first thing, like, you come out the womb, you're painted red and white and blue, like, he's talking about just methods of control, nationalism being a very big method of control, and then the media, school influencing you. American media is just crazy. I think sometimes from a UK perspective, it's hard to just understand the sheer massive bias of American media. It's crazy sometimes, like, they're just propaganda machines, and... in the UK, I mean, we have biased media, of course, and we don't have, like, completely objective media, but there's rules about objectivity, and the BBC is, like, legally has to be objective and, like, fairly down the middle and centrist. So it's like, yeah, of course we've got bias, but when you watch Fox and CNN as an outsider perspective, someone that's not used to that, and you switch that on, or, like, I watch a clip on YouTube, it's crazy, it's crazy. Like, you just have, like, it's just preaching to you. Like, you have Tucker Carlson on, who just... like, will just rally people behind these causes, and you have CNN will just rally people behind these causes, and just, it's not here's the facts, decide what you think. It's like, think this. It's crazy from an outside perspective.
Real belongings over truth. Get a job that you can stand to.
Yeah, and that prioritise material belongings over truth. Again, another method of control, materialism, consumerism. It's like, again, like, it's a pretty leftist talking point. It's like, it's what I mean. I end up agreeing with quite a lot of the stuff he says. Materialism, form of control. You've just like, you're like, look, you don't have choice in politics, but look, you can go and eat at like 10 different fast food restaurants. You can go and shop at 10 different stores. Here's all the options of like new tech that you have. That's freedom, right? You're free to choose all of these things while the politicians get on with fucking you over. It's like, yeah, consumerism, materialism, property, all of that stuff. It's like, he's making kind of like an anarchist talking point there. Yeah, property is like a form of control and an allusion to freedom.
You can buy some cans of food, go overseas and die for freedom. There's some oil we could use. Our democracy exists so that you think that you...
Again, anti-imperialism. Like, yeah, you're fighting for freedom, but you're bringing back the sweet oil money for the American government.
You can choose, but our algorithms make you do what we want you to do. What's the problem? Your depressed society has you confused. We got medication for you that you'll probably abuse. Go get married to a lady who also don't have a clue, and pump out a few babies that are just the same as you. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence...
Okay, that's a point I'd like to pick up. Like, it doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Again, like, I can't, like, again, it's very much true. Like, the system, you're gonna get fucked either way, right? If you're born into poverty, you're born into the working class, or just born into the middle class, right? You're gonna get fucked either way. It's very unlikely you will ever have, like, a fulfilling, meaningful, and good material conditions in your life. But there is definitely a difference between race in America, but it's like, so you look at social mobility statistics, and the chances of a black person getting out of poverty compared to a white person getting out of poverty from the same starting point, the black person is still less likely to rise up the socioeconomic ladder. You're still less likely to escape poverty as a black person, because it's like white supremacy is slightly built into that American system, and it's very hard to displace that once it's happened already. So, true, like, you're fucked either way, but a bit more nuance to it, because there is still differences. But I like the rhetoric, right? Because this is the best thing that the billionaire class and the political elites can do, is divide the working class, because the working class are the dangerous ones, right? If the working class all get the ideas where they all have the same ideas, they all start realising, oh shit, we're getting fucked over here, we should have more money, we should be able to feed our children, we should have healthcare. If the working class suddenly start realising that, then they become a threat. So you want to find ways to divide them, you want to find methods of dividing the working class, because once they're divided, they're not a threat, they'll just argue with each other. So you find things like Black Lives Matter, or like Antifa, or trans people, or abortion, and that's the way you divide the working class and stop them being a threat. So I like the rhetoric. It's like, it's a good rhetoric. You're all getting fucked over either way. You need to wake up and, yeah, class consciousness.
You all here inside the system, violence is a symptom, fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the world, baby girl, I'll paint you pink if that's okay. We'll encourage self-destruction through the music that you play. We divided all the men by trying politics and race, and honestly it's working awesome, so for you we'll do the same. Never teaching you to love yourself, inject you full of hate, objectify your sexuality, then blame you for the rape, and weaponize the differences that make our men and women great, and just to screw with you
there we go. Again, Tom MacDonald coming off as like a big leftist right now.
Make our men and women great, then just to screw with you, erase the genders, everyone's the same. We'll empower you with rights to vote and fight for equal pay, then have the men turn into women and you'll fight for them again. But you thought you had it figured out, but everything has changed. Welcome to the system, please enjoy your stay.
That's where it falls down a bit for me. Like, yeah, I kind of get the point he's trying to make. Like, the whole transgender issue is definitely used as like a way to divide people, and like overblown as an issue. Like, transgender people are talked about so much in the media, and it's like so much focus is put on the issue, when realistically it should be a pretty simple issue. Like, just like let them get on with their lives. Like, it don't matter. But it's just like every media question with the politicians, like, what's a woman? What do you think of trans people in sport? Like, kids on pubic blockers, like, blah blah blah. It's like, it's such an overblown issue. But I don't. Like, let me listen to what he said again. It's like here.
We'll empower you with rights to vote and fight for equal pay, then have the men turn into women and you'll fight for them again. But you thought you had it figured out, but everything has changed. Welcome to the system, please enjoy your stay. Here's a Bible and a
So he's painting it as if it's almost the establishment and the elites have like planned transgenderism. So it's like they've used it as they've created it and then used it as a way to fuck over women or divide the genders. And it's like, no, transgenderism's a thing. It's been a thing since like Roman emperors were showing signs of wanting to be women. Like, it was a Roman emperor, I can't remember his name. The Roman emperor who wanted a surgery to make him a woman and wanted to be called a woman, wanted his whole name changed, all of that stuff. Like, it's a thing. It's just a human condition, right? Some people are just born like that. So it's not, I don't think it's a thing that's been created, but it's definitely used for a way to divide people. It's used as like it gets overblown and it gets made such a big deal of that it's all people talk about. So then they don't talk about, you know, their material conditions and why they can't feed their children.
Bottle of the cheapest booze we make. Find a man who can take care of you to fill the holes we made. Buy a house and settle down, fulfill your duty, procreate, and make a couple babies who will also do the same. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're
feminist Tom MacDonald.
Here inside the system, violence is a symptom, fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom, fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the world, everybody. I'ma paint you black and white. I'ma make you hate each other so that everyone will fight. I'ma give you our religion, let the righteous find the light. But I will also give you science to oppose the word of Christ. And I'ma give you borders, they're imaginary lines. If you cross them, go to war and win when everybody dies. And I'ma give you money that you'll value more than life, and let the 1% have everything while you fight to survive. And then I'll give you politics.
There we go, there we go. He's ripped off his mask and he's become a socialist. No, it's like, yeah, again, socialist talking points. It's like religion as a method of control, and what did he say after that?
Value more than life and let the 1% have every price. And I'ma give you money that you'll value religion, let the righteous find the light. But I will also give you science to oppose the word of Christ. And I'ma give you borders, they're imaginary.
The border stuff, right? So it's like borders are a myth, so there's not like, yeah, very much like an internationalist socialist point of view, yeah, not really a socialist point of view, but then the 1% monies are like an illusion to control you.
3 lines, if you cross them, go to war and win when everybody dies. And I'ma give you money that you'll value more than life, and let the 1% have everything while you fight to survive. And then I'll give you politics, I'll call it left and right, and while you divide yourselves, I will conquer both the sides. Can't you see? I'm the system, my whole purpose is divide. What you choose will never matter because everything is mine.
So to me, this represents, like, the whole left and right stuff he's talking about, it represents the disillusionment in America, right, where the left isn't representing the people. And like, to me, I'm a socialist, right? I believe that left-wing politics is the way that the working class are empowered. It's the way to improve society. It's the way to enhance everyone's material conditions, so everyone is given the basics in life and then can, you know, go on to be happy and fulfill their potential. But I think this shows the disillusionment that the Democrats have, where they're not leftists, right? So I don't believe that left and right is like a thing that's created to control people. I believe that the right wing is the controlling class, and I mean there's lots of people on that, yeah, not the right wing's controlling class, but I believe socialism is the anti-establishment ideology. I believe socialism is the thing that will solve lots of the problems that Tom MacDonald is talking about, but that's not going to come in the form of the Democratic Party. So left and right in America are very much both bad, if you know. So it's like, I get what he's saying about left and right both being bad. I think that applies to America, but not necessarily the rest of the world. So it's like Bernie Sanders, for example. He would solve lots of these issues. He would make America a better place, but he's never going to win a Democratic primary. He's never going to become the Democrat leader, because the left in America are not socialists. They're not leftists. They're not representing these things that I believe or that socialists believe.
Conquer both the sides, can't you see? I'm the system, my whole purpose is divide. What you choose will never matter because everything is mine. Welcome to the system.
I think that might be my criticism of Tom MacDonald, is that he paints all of these issues as issues with the system, as a kind of enigma. It's not a defined thing. Whereas I think these issues are inherent to capitalism and to imperialism and to conservatism, right? I think these are issues that can be explained with economic distribution and the economic model of capitalism. And I think that's the difference I would have with Tom MacDonald. I don't just believe it's the system. I believe there's a very specific cause for all of these problems, and that is the economic organisation of an economy in a capitalist way, where individuals can accumulate wealth by exploiting the labour of others.
Everyone's a victim, doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom, fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim, doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom, fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim, doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom, fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong.
There we go. Like, that's a song where he has said probably what, 90% of stuff, and I've agreed with it. There we go. It's the left and right thing is not a real thing with Tom MacDonald. Like, people paint him as a conservative. He's definitely not a conservative. He's very much more just like a populist, like anarchist tendencies, I guess. And populism will lend itself to being left and right in different circumstances. And populism at the moment in America is seen as the conservative thing, right? Because Trump got the nomination instead of Bernie Sanders. If Bernie Sanders had been competing against, you know, an establishment Republican, it could have gone the other way. But populism is very much seen as the right wing ideology right now. But I think populism actually generally shares more stuff with the left and socialism, and that's why there's so many kind of socialist adjacent talking points in this. But yeah, I agree with most of the stuff he said, and I like the rhetoric in this. The rhetoric in this is like, stop thinking about all these like things that don't really matter, or these insignificant issues, and focus on the real thing, which is the system. I call it capitalism, he calls it the system. Start focusing on the real thing, which is like, you can't feed your kids, you can't get a house, you haven't got healthcare, you haven't got all these material things, when some people have got more than, you know, anyone would ever need. So yeah, I like the rhetoric. There we go, Tom MacDonald, I'm back. How long have I talked for? 15 minutes, that's not too bad. I've talked for longer in some of these videos before. Let me know if you want to see more of these, and I can drop another one of these when Tom MacDonald does drop a new song. Or if there's other songs, I know he's got other big songs out there that I could react to, so yeah, this video as well. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments, and of course, let me know if you agreed or disagreed with anything I said down in the comment sections I will happily have a conversation and explain my point of view. And yeah, like the video if you have enjoyed, subscribe if you do want to see more, make sure you turn notifications on so you don't miss my next Tom MacDonald reaction. I also do US, UK, French, Mexican, Spanish, French, like yeah, a bunch of different countries' music reactions. So if you want to see that, make sure you turn notifications on and subscribe. But apart from that, I will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah!